So, I am a woman, I speak with an accent, and I have a broken brain. And when I was asked to speak for a few minutes today, I was wondering, what do I have to tell you? You are the people who are the brightest minds, the rock stars in the field of brain. And I have a broken one. So here I am. I could tell you the story of a wonderful Saturday morning 3 years ago when I was kayaking, healthy and happy. I could tell you the story of suddenly being struck by a crazy headache, eventually ending up in the hospital and collapsing into darkness. I could tell you the story of giving up a week after my surgery, which, by the way, medically, in many ways, was extremely successful, but my body repulsed. And by the 5th day, I couldn't fight anymore. I could tell you all those stories, but that's not the story I'm here to tell you. Instead, I want to tell you a different story. I want to tell you a story of hope. And that hope, that story, starts right here in this very room. It starts with everything that you all do every day. I've been listening to you now for 2 days. It's amazing to listen to your stories. It's amazing to look at what you can do inside this brain. And by the way, I've got some pretty sexy girls in mind. And by the way, I am very grateful for everything that you have done. Still, the story of hope only starts here. It's not enough. We need to do more. We need to do more as a society, as an industry, and I do work in life sciences. Lately, I've been undercover as a patient. We need to do more, partly because of biases that keep people like me being diagnosed early. Women, by the way, are one of the high-risk groups, as many of you would tell. Women between the ages of 35 and 60. Women who, during those ages, also have all kinds of other womanly problems and issues that we often relate them with. So when they show up in the ER, they get turned sometimes back because it's a headache. The story is a story of hope, because we can change the patient trajectory if we work together. What we do know today, we don't know everything about the brain, and there's so much more to study. But think about what we already know. We know enough to detect the aneurysm. We know enough to fix it if we can get to the point of care. We know enough, perhaps, and this is my hope, one day to be in this place where no more aneurysm ruptures happen. Because all of us in those high-risk groups, like being a SVIN, being a woman, all of those things, I don't smoke. We can stop aneurysms from rupturing. We know enough. We know enough also that when a patient like me leaves the hospital, yeah, we're fixed. The aneurysm is fixed. But the heart is broken. It's not just a broken brain, it's a broken life. It's a start of a long recovery. For some of us, that recovery is not even a full recovery. And patients lose their voice, partly because of biases. Imagine being the CEO of a life sciences company who consults on how to get products out the door and saying out loud that I have a broken brain, that I actually suffer from short-term memory loss, that there are days when I can't see the slides because my eyes blur too much, that I still suffer crazy headaches. What comes to mind can I still do? Can I still give value? And I am one of those high-functioning ones. By the way, I hate that term, because when we say, I'm a high-functioning one, it dismisses my struggle as less important. I understand the struggles of the survivor, and I don't have all the struggle of the worst of the survivors. So why is it a story of hope? It's a story of hope when we can bring patients into this dialogue. It's a story of hope when we can get the word out there. And that is actually what the Lisa Foundation does. Builds awareness, reaches out to people who have never heard of brain aneurysms, to shift the paradigm. So it's not my story that matters. It's the collective story of patients that I'm here to change. I want to thank you for giving me a chance to speak for a few minutes today. And I invite you in one of your future conferences to have a whole table full of patients. Give us our voice. We are broken crayons, but even broken crayons can color. And some of us really like vivid colors and can bring a lot to that conversation. I thank you all, and I leave you with one last thought. I am a survivor, but I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. Thank you very much.